So I thought I'd just use the screwdriver yesterday, right? So this is here too, so we can film going outside. Kind of odd stream, but why not, right? I don't know why. I don't really need this, do I? Or this. Let's see if I'm trying to read tiny text on something. So yesterday these were kind of easy to get up. There. Also these are the sideways ones. So we have a few of them extra here. So I put these in a special corner here with all the keys, because I imagined that the size would be right there. So if we break one of those, we have a few extras. But let's be careful. So since it's so dirty, my kids had this since they were tiny. Come on. Yeah, so maybe sideways is the way to do it. Well, so we have so the computer is here, the main board of the laptop. So this is how far we got yesterday. So all the screws and stuff, we probably won't need them, but maybe we can use them. Though I'm kind of thinking wood. Making a box of wood. And I kind of think all the stores are closed today since it's Saturday. And it is almost 20. So these are both still connected as they should. So I'm just going to remove this bit. Come on, button. So as carefully as I can here. Well, they're not extremely dirty, the buttons on the side, you know. Yeah, I think they're okay. Let's just put some hairs a bit out of the way, but still so we remember the positions without having to watch this video, right? So the delete button is much bigger. Yeah, but it's still, yeah, so this is it. Yesterday we kind of used this brush to get rid of most of the dirt from the motherboard there. So let's just, come on. Yeah, so let's see. Maybe we'll put this on the top or like on this one of the sides. Maybe we'll even cut it like this. We'll have to test if the buttons work. This is the cable. This is a cable for the mouse and this one, of course. There was another cable for that. Right. So let's see, where is that one? So all of the things, they are here. Anyway, they're up here. I'm just thinking it wasn't this one, you know, but it's similar. And this is the mouse pad. I don't think we'll use that for this project, but it might be fun to use for something else. Or we might just cut it off and use a fingerprint reader there. Why would we want that? I don't know. Maybe. I do have audio at least. So. Yeah, there's a bit of stuff there, but it's not like enough for me to actually clean this. This is what's dirty, you know, and the keys are not what's dirty. It looked clean, you know, before you open up the computer. It looked kind of clean. So this one did out here. So now it's be yeah, so I'm just making sure they're connected correctly, all of them. They seem to be. So mostly, since I'm going to saw off this here, since the metal is bent here, down, and then straight again, and there's this plastic that I assume I can't remove, you know, it's like stuck there. But we also have all this dirt here. It's so dirty. So I don't know, maybe we'll even do water on this one. I don't think there's any advanced electronics in it, but we'll have to wait then for it to dry really good. So, and also, why would I want extra F keys for this thing? We could install like a program that can differentiate what keyboard you press. Come on. There. Yeah, so this one fell out too. Let's put it back where it's supposed to be. There. So it's clicked in. Yeah. So F9. I will keep these buttons, I think, because they're like, this bit of it is totally different. And I don't think we can get in there really. So, but I'm thinking sewing before cleaning, you know? And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll just use this cable and use some other kind of connection too. There's also underneath the motherboard of the laptop, there's a connector for docking it, you know. So I'm sure there's a power on in there too that's not as sensitive. So yeah, let's just take the rest of these off. I'm doing much more carefully than when I did the other keys, because these I just took off to have access easier. I'm not actually going to use them. Just as spare parts for another laptop, possibly. Come on. Yeah, and that one popped off a bit too. So there. So it's starting to get dark outside, so I'm trying to not be too slow about it. It's kind of like very moist today and rainy, so I did put this clamp on the table downstairs, where the table actually was underneath the roof, so yeah. This one on later. Rather soon though. Let's just make sure these are all still attached. So I don't think it's worth removing these. And we have 6 spare parts from down here. Oh my. So is this... It looks like a piece of wood. Why would you have wood in your keyboard, you know? Even if you're 5 or 6 year old. Yeah, so this part is the really most interesting bit. So I thought about sewing there too, in here. But I'm thinking to have the other keys, they are switch monitors, you know, brightness of the screen. You have all of these things there. All of the things. So they might be useful. And since this is the bend here, I don't know if you can see it. Let's actually microscope this. So let's see. Here we can see the angle. So here's the power button. And there's this bit of it here. And then you see the angle here. So what I plan to do is to, if we turn this upside down, we have this edge here. So if we just saw it off like this, we should get a kind of nice, easy, and kind of smooth edge there, even if you do it with kind of hard tools. And you can see how dirty it is. So I'm not even sure if all the buttons work. So the dirtiest parts of the board. So, and also stuff in there. Well, you can kind of see how much stuff it's been on this one. So I don't know, let's see. Wrong direction, right? So you can see all the goo on the keyboard. So this is why we're saying bye-bye to this one. Yeah, I think it's like as much as we can do. I double checked on the isopropyl here, so we can clean it like more inside too. So yeah, and you just get gooey from touching this. Yeah, and here we can see also the plastic bit. I guess you couldn't see it because it's kind of bad, that's right. So let's. So here the plastic it's moving a tiny bit, and it is on the side here, all the way, I guess. So if we saw it here, this one down like that, I'm thinking this is not that thick, the metal. So we should kind of be able to. We could always do a test cut for this part first. So I'm so sticky now. Let's just get something. So we use these baby wipes. Well, I keep saying yesterday, but it was actually this morning. So I kind of slept late because I was up with my kid till too late to mention. So these are all the sticky teeth here. So it's hard to do this, but these ones were better. Maybe I even get something useful here. Get a bit of dirt out of there. Yeah. So this might just not work, and if it doesn't work, then we'll just do the other thing. Check the connection. Where's the power button for the computer? I need to get something to fix the connection between the cooling here, there, to the processor and the graphics chip. And there were also other chips that were like connected to the metal part of the laptop chassis. So how the cooler will go there, we'll just see. Oh gosh, that was so gooey. I just put a bit of this in here. Well, so a tiny bit less gooey. And as you can see, the metal is not that tough. So well, a bit less gooey. And on the bottom there was actually plastic covering here, which had so much go in it. I think it's a bit cleaner actually. Maybe with this plastic off I could even clean the whole thing. So, oh right, so this bit is actually useful to clean. Let's take one more of the baby wipes. So all of these holes here, there was like stuck. Yeah, here we can see it still. It's like compact, just goo, brown stuff. So I think it's like lemonade, something dropped into the keyboard by a young kid. Yeah, so right, let's actually put tape on this. So it's protected from, I guess, angle grinder, right? You know, it's kind of strong, powerful stuff. I'll go get some tape. Let's put this on the same time. There, so almost ready. So let's see, this one is easier to pull off. Let's protect this side too. So now we're going to try and make it protect the plastic here a bit more too. So actually, I think I will remove it here. Put this outside it, and there. Let's take the edge too. Though I guess the worst thing that could happen there is that it actually some dirt falls out. So the side we want to keep is a bit protected. That's all. So I'm thinking I'll just try and angle it like this. I don't know if these help or make it worse, you know, but we'll see. So much dirt. Well, I guess I could like wipe off these keys too, but we could do that when we put them back. If we don't break it before that. Right, it's time to swap. So let's hop over to my phone. Yeah, 2030. Let's do it now. It's getting dark, plus neighbors might complain. So we need IRL Pro. And let's just start the broadcast. And we need yeah, I should probably like turn off the TTS here. Stop. So we'll start the TTS in this one. So the only thing, the reason I installed Chrome on this one, come on, every time I start it says sync is not working. I never tried to set up any sync. I didn't have any use or need to do it. Yeah, so the third thing I usually turn on. Well, let's actually have this on so that I can see a bit how it works. So if I'm close, yeah, we will want this mode. So let's switch to IRL. And let's just start the broadcast. And we need... And we have the delay, so we know how long ago this was. Yeah, I should probably like turn off the TTS. So this is what this looks like. Stop. And we're going to saw it this direction. So, right? So we're going to this. And to get rid of this echo, I'm just going to... So this is what this looks like. Speakers. And we're going to saw it this direction. When we walk downstairs. Right? So I'm going to mount this to my chest. And to get rid of this echo, I'm just going to turn down the volume of my speakers. There. And when we walk downstairs, well, I guess I can do this. So it's a bit of a mess still here. Just getting my shoes on. And yeah, so I had to remove some stuff here when I so there. We need power. So it's a bit cold, but also I was very warm, so oh, I'll get a jacket. So just a thin one. Yes, I can see the rain falling on the table there. Let's first of all, what's the noise level of this one? So it's kind of loud, right? So I think I will put something on my ears. And you can do the same. I'm taking my kids' ear protection here. Though there's my other kids. It's pink. So, well, this is kind of odd. I can't hear myself thinking here. And I don't have a chair. So if I do it this way, then we won't be able to hold the bit we're saving. Well. So tomorrow I have to fix this grass. It's just not much, but still. So I'm thinking this. Something on the ears. And let's first make a test to see how easy it breaks. This is kind of sturdy, but it's still, shaky from being flexible. So I have to use my right hand for that. That's so annoying. The button is on this side. I would like to steer it with my right hand. So let's imagine doing it like this. Yeah, so I need it to be this way. So I'll start it this way. So let's hope the plastic didn't melt too much. It's better than expected. So let's get rid of this bit. So I didn't think that would be as clean cut as it is. So here we have a sharp bit. Yeah, so it did break here from the power. Well, I guess the plastic is mostly just glued on. So this is a plastic too. Right, so the metal itself It's actually cleanly cut. It's just the plastic that's a bit... That's too funny. You know, it's a tiny bit there, maybe. Let's... So I have this soft bit here, so that it can be sturdy, though it's not actually. So the odd way of starting it with my So, yeah. Right, let's get rid of those so I can actually hear anything. So it's just the plastic here. So it's amazing, really. So we can just cut this with scissors. It's simple plastic here. We don't need to cut any metal. So we have a simple list to put on there. Now we need to clean this. And as this plastic here, we might be able to pop it off and clean more, or we might just want it to stay, just glue it back instead. So this is just the simple plastic here. Well, some trash. This one went inside, and I'll put it back on the floor. Oh my god, I can't see anything with those glasses on. So I just fixed the sink here, pouring three, what do you call them? Of boiling water. So this one is sensitive for moisture too. It's iron. So let's just put this in here now. I'll fix it more later off the stream. This one can stay outside. So also my phone is dirty and my clothes are dirty too. Yeah. So I guess I'll fix my phone when we're upstairs. So we're back. So we're back. Upside down. Right, yeah. Let's actually find something. Upside down. Right, let's actually find something to dip this in. And let's turn back there. So this thing is so dirty. That's a dirty phone. And my legs too, so I just wrap the phone on the legs. Alright, let's turn off the stream. Stop. And I don't know if I stopped the TTS, but no, it's off. So let's start the TTS here, and I'm so sweaty. Yeah, I'm so sweaty from that fixing.
Connected to channel fix at 42.
Because I was boiling so much water and just pouring it into these 3 bins there. Whew. Oh gosh. Yeah, so I have tiny bits of metal all over me. Oh, this is like amazing. Oh, there's actually a tiny bit of sharp metal here that I didn't notice downstairs. We'll fix it quickly. Let's just. Why is this bin so far away? So, let's first try this. Can we do it? Yeah, good. So I'm thinking these plastic bits. So it is a bit too long here. So here is like a higher part. It doesn't have to be all straight all the way. Yes, Baba, come here. I feel like I have the dust all over me. Well, I'll just check if my kid wanted something. So, and let's get something that we can dip this into isopropanol in. What do I have that's this long? Right. So this one is too short, but the one where we have the lock-picking stuff might do it. Nah, it's too short too. Then I'll get something. I'll be right back. So this is a lid of an ice cream box, but I think it's deep enough. Ah, there. So, let's see. My audio is on. Let's put on this. There. Let's actually test a. It happened to be
Konnichiwa.
Japanese. Oh, that's so bad. So why did that's a TDS and I had it set to Japanese translation by mistake. So let's do this instead.
Test.
There. Let's try a test in chat too.
Fix it says. Test.
There. So this is. Oh my god. It doesn't have a tiny opening, this one. Which is kind of annoying, but. So. It's kind of covered. So this is a bit that I bent. Alright. So I'm thinking we can wash the outer side of it too. We can't reach inside. We can try and like reach something on this side too. So now I have isopropyl all over my keyboard. So yeah, I don't know. Well, it's a bit dirty, you know, the liquid, which I guess is nice. I guess we'll just leave it be in there. So the electronic bit of it should kind of be a bit covered in it. So let's wipe this on the desk because I spilled a bit. And we don't want the desk to disintegrate. As you can see, it already did a bit. Now you can see the edges here. It's going white. It's dissolving the varnish there. So there. Well, that's not very straight. Let's put it on just one of them. So, I'm kind of thinking I will just do another dip. New. Because it's kind of dirty there. So, I should have something to pour this in. Let's take this one. I have some ice in front of my going to get rid of the dirt. So this is an ice cream tub lid. Very suitable shape. Because, you know, if we had a very deep thing, it would have been much more messy. So, there. And right angles a tiny bit. So, spilling again. Melting the desk. So I'll just see if I can like move the buttons. So I don't know how much gooey stuff it was in these, you know, but there might have been quite a bit. Food, sugar. So I don't want to open it up more than this. So we have a few more bits there. So let's leave it there for a tiny bit, and let's just check so there's no more. Yeah, so the desk is dry. I'm going to go and check on my kids' food. I'll be back, so yeah, so I'm kind of thinking building this, putting this back together, you know. The only part we're really missing is something to put on the processors for heat conduction. So let's so that was slow to find. Let's see, what's this? Superconducting thermal compound. Well, that was kinda quick. Does this sound like a last use date or something? Well, I guess I found it kinda quickly, right? Right, so I guess we're set, you know. This will of course have to dry, but this is quickly dried. So we have a bit more dirt in there. I could leave it in there longer, but I don't think it would make much difference. So either it's got lots of goo or it doesn't. So, and I think that this top bit was cleaner than the other. So, this is like so I don't know if we have a jar for like half-used stuff. Yeah, we have like an old bottle of it. This is a new one. But of course we can just wipe up as much as possible. So I won't use this until tomorrow, actually. But might as well get it as dry as possible still. So this smells very clean now. So let's see if we can get this inside here a tiny bit. This is where we had all the dirt. And this is the well, where we put the connection for it. Oh, one of them fell. So where did it fall? Did it fall off into my paper? Did I drop it on the floor? It's in the last paper? Well, we have the spare parts, you know. But still, it shouldn't have been, like, running off very far, should it? Come on. Am I blind? So, well, I guess we can put the buttons in this one. not that it matters for them, but it's wet. So this is mostly for electronics. This is not electronics. But it's on my desk and it needs moisture. So it will get rid of the normal stuff too, right? Oh, that's too bad. So it got discolored, the keyboard a bit. Well, maybe not. So this one will dry. Oh, two more. So yeah. So I have a lot of them, you know, from all the keys. I'm just like, where did they go? I see one. So, let's clean it first, and let's put it back. So these are the actual buttons. Yeah, let's see. I'm a bit careful with the inside of it. Yeah. Oh my god, that's the worst ever. Drying something off, dropping it back. It is wetness. So there. Yeah, that's one of the loose ones. So they don't feel like it's wet or anything, at least. So let's actually wipe these off too now. So I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So F10 goes there. So my ordered sort of them is totally gone. 5. So come on. There. Yeah, so no one is talking, so I feel all alone here. Am I alone? I don't know. Someone there? You're okay. It's okay to be quiet. You can also talk to me. So this is not what I usually do. So we have the home key, but I don't remember where it's supposed to be. So we'll just use logic. I'm kind of assuming, I think it was delete, home, and Page up, page down. Yeah. Because the delete is one of the big ones. So page down. So it melts my desk, this. F3. Yeah. You know you fit here somewhere. No, it's not there really. It's so it looks okay. Oh, so it was much closer than I tried. I tried to put it in with too much to the right. So with this, we now can actually put it together and start it and see if it works, like on the desk, which is kind of fun. And yeah, so I'm certain of delete and F12, so it must be home and there. So let's go for that. And come on home. You want to live next to Android? There. F7. Insert. I'm kind of assuming here, but I think that. Let's see. So are all these okay? No. This is the escape one. So I'm kind of thinking, what should I do with these buttons? pause. Yeah, so I'm thinking, if I go to my own streams start, so I can see an image, you know. Come on. Yes, love? Yes, det är på värmning. Right, so I have to mute this stuff. So, there. So, here we can see how the buttons used to be, so we don't have to guess. So, we have pause, we have insert. That's what it looked like a few minutes ago. Was a bit bigger then, before we cut it apart. Yeah, so we have F8. Without paper, please. So, F8. We can put insert. Inputs. And have my sheet image up. So, I'm thinking more of the controls, screen controls and stuff here. That's what I'm more interested in, from keeping these buttons. So F1, starting to, so it's so crazy much cleaner. And tinier, much tinier than this. Yeah, so actually, is there something here I can clean? Let's see. Print screen is the first one. So we just have 4 left. Then it's time to put it together, and we can connect an external keyboard if we dare to connect this. Yeah, I actually see the keyboard connector cable there. So, if we believe that this is dry enough to be able to turn it on, The screen is behind me in a bag. Because I didn't want it to like fall. Yeah, so this key also had a bit of dirt on the side. So, last key. So, we have a tiny, tiny keyboard. So, I'm thinking if it smells like alcohol, then it's probably not dry enough, you know? So, I could give this one some heat to make it dry quicker. Let's remove this too. yeah, so let's plug the power in then. So now, so this is actually connected, I think. So we have a few things to do first. First of all, this should really be put onto something else, you know. So this is the keyboard wire. We have the fan, which is still not clean. We could actually have done isopropanol on this one too. Let's see if we do. Let's do this first. So I kind of bent this one trying to get the laptop into pieces. Because I was trying to do it without unscrewing these and it wasn't possible. So at the end I had to do it anyway. So I bent these poor things for new use. No purpose. So they don't have to look perfect, but we can at least restore the functionality, right? There. This one is kind of bent too. So it won't look perfect. It won't, so it's good enough. I guess you can't see how ugly it is, but it's kind of ugly. So now at least these are not a big lump. They were all pushed together. Air can flow now. So these, let's fix these. Let's see if I can see where it is. Come on. So, oh, it's this far up. So let's just bend these a tiny bit back here. And this is such a tiny screwdriver. So this is a microscope, so you know it's kind of tiny, this. So I just saw that it was, you know, the color is affected. So this is probably copper, so it'll have to be this high for it's the edge of it is this high. So let's see where. So can this not fit in there? So these were just squished together. Now they're at least a bit better. So air can get through here. So here we have one just saying bye-bye to the others. Okay, well, it's okay. It's just, you know, all of it is just this tiny. So, yeah, I was thinking, should we... Where is the vacuum cleaner? I'll just go and quickly vacuum this and then we'll see. That's actually kind of amazing how much difference it has. Let's look at it with the microscope. See, maybe we're okay like this. I mean, it will get dusty again, so I'll just put a preview on my screen so I can see better. So, almost all the dust, this was like covered in dust. So, yeah, I think this is good enough. Yeah, so the air comes in through one of them and out to the other. So I should have kept the isopropyl here, I guess. I'll go get the one we use. So this is kind of dirty. So we managed to get rid of a lot of dirt. You see? But if we just dip it at the top here, I think we're kind of okay level of gooiness. Let's actually clean this a bit just for fun. This is how gooey parts of this was. So now we don't have to be careful with it to get these gooey stuff here. Do you know what this is? This is the kind of mouse thing in the middle of the keyboard. Well, so we'll probably not use this. I just thought it was fun. Or we'll kind of definitely not use this, but still, just to see how it would work to even try include this gooey thingy. Yeah, so kids and computers. They don't seem to mix very well, right? No. So I'm thinking this will say bye-bye. So but we could connect it to the motherboard. So this is the connector to the motherboard, and let's see. Yeah, so now this bit here. Yeah, so I was actually thinking of this one too. That's what the keyboard. That's the keyboard. Here we have the mouse pad. Maybe it's better to have the big one. So the mouse pad for it. Well, that's button. This is not cleaned at all because I don't think we'll be using it or the fingerprint reader here. So let's just put them back. Let's get some order of the other stuff. That's my lid for my camera. So we have Wi-Fi antennas, quite a few of them. These were at the top of the lid of the computer. So we have one, we have two, we have this one that has two connectors, the grey and white one. And then we have red one. So red, black. So this is a power connector. Also, I think I will need these for some of the bits. First of all, on the bottom side of it, there's not much. We have the docking connector here that you can use definitely for power on if you need to. This is the battery connector here. And this is the network card connector. We don't have any, like, lots of stuff here. This is the bottom. And then we have the, well, where's that screwdriver? So, apparently there's lots of dust in this connector. This is the actual screw connector, right? So, you might want that one. Yeah. And then we have the audio. Some odd kind of card connector here. This is just a loose plastic bit that you, I don't know, maybe I should just leave it out. So, ooh, there. This is the power connector. Yeah, so on the back side of the board. So let's first do what I got those first for. Let's clean the processors. And because these areas we want kind of clean. Since yesterday what I used to clean these with was baby wipes. So they're not really very clean. Will leave some kind of residue, right? So let's clean the other side too. So we can cool these. Better connection. So let's just put the fan where it's supposed to be. And then let's imagine that we're like putting this together on a board. Some kind of board. Yeah, so what I do, I clean it and then I put my fingers on it. maybe not that important, but I think I did anyway. So that's good enough. So let's think before we do. So this tiny connector here is where that one connects, and these have 4 screws here. So after we use this or something similar, we can connect that. So we'll see if we can put this in frame, right? So this is a computer. So this is the power connector for the computer. It must have been in this direction there, because the back of the computer is here, right? And that is where we connect the power. When it's done, we're not going to connect it until we connected all the parts. So that's the most sensitive of all the wires. Yeah, so this is the camera, and it also has what I assume is the lid close sensor, or maybe it was this one. So, but these are like LEDs and stuff. It's not really important. I don't think this is required for it to start. Then we have the speakers. Definitely not required for it to start, but kind of a nice thing, right? So let's just see. I think it's here. And I think there's a lot of dust in there that I had managed not to clean out. So let's see. So one problem that we have is that when we connect the Wi-Fi card here, and I don't know, it looks really like it has 2 Wi-Fi cards. So here's the speakers. We have stereo audio. So we also have the definitely empty CMOS battery. So let's connect it back. Just see pins that direction. So there. So let's see. This is the thing that keeps the cable a tiny bit more stable, I'm thinking, but not really. No. Yeah, so this lifts up, I thought so. That's what I should have done last time. Why didn't it just open when it was opened? Anyway, we got it out and I think it's okay. So to connect everything together, this is the keyboards. Well, you just saw me trying to clean it a tiny bit. I guess that I should wipe this a tiny bit more because it needs to be connected. So, baby wipe time for the really gooey stuff. But I think it's not that gooey. And this was like connected to the metal of the keyboard. No. Yeah, it's a keyboard. Yeah, so it's outside now, the keyboard. So, this one had a lot of goo too. A lot of the goo too. And this one, so the keyboard is actually in the drive cupboard, getting a bit of airflow and, well, by the way, so underneath this, let's see, no, it's not underneath this, it's here. So we have these. Yeah, so I can even see how those 3 ships has been there. So and this one and that one. There are other spots here too where the metal cover touched them, you know. So so talking about the part, where did I put the network card? Here. So this connector is underneath. That's the only one who's on the bottom side. Come on. Oh, so this is too one of the angled ones. Okay. So we have a lot of these angled ones. And this one belongs here. This is the Bluetooth. It's kind of funny. Then we have this one here. And, well, I guess I could put a string around it or something, keeping it down. And we can't really do that with this one, can we? So the question is, how much will they actually connect? So this connector here. So I remember it being this direction, and then this goes up on the underneath the monitor, and I guess these LEDs are like signaling to is that it's on or something. So it will be kind of fun if we connect it all together and we can start it, you know. But these are a bit annoying, right? And also this was odd, so I think this one will kind of fix it itself. These two, we could put the monitor on top here. That's kind of the goal too. And these plastic bits, I guess we will cut to be tinier and put in whatever box we make for this. Let's put the rest of the components in. We have the hard drive, and let's connect hard drive there, and then we have the DVD. Very, very critical component of a computer, especially nowadays, right? And I think this was like, you probably could guess from the holes on it. Well, this is where the battery was. So if we can just move it all up a bit. So camera on top of the screen. Well, battery was here. It doesn't really have much on the back end except for the battery, because it took like the full back. Except for the power. It had the power there. Yeah, and this connector that's left here, that's the screen. So we have a screen here, which kind of covers all of it. So I'm thinking, well, let's wipe this off too, with something else than baby wipes. It was so dirty. It's amazing how dirty it was before. Yeah. So it's a bit better. Yeah, so this connector is of course over here. So it would fit like this. But we'll probably start with it like this, as it was, right? And connect it over here. Yeah. So a lot of things are kept together with pressure. This is just one bit. So let's check this out with the microscope here. So this end of the connector here, it feels like it should connect to this bit. There. That it's supposed to like almost click into place. You can see what I mean there. Click. Yeah, I think it's now it stays down. So this one is connected. But we need to still have pressure on these. So the only thing really left for this to work is, well, two things. We need the keyboard to press the start button, and we need power connected, but we also need some kind of thermal goo for the fan. So let's get rid of that microscope for a bit. Let's make sure that there are no connectors that I've like missed somewhere. What could I have missed? I'm curious by the way this. So this one is what we'll do. So we have this thing which connects to this kind of connector. So even if we're not going to use it, so let's just look at where it's supposed to go. So it would have been like this. Yeah, so it's this thing here. No, it's not. It's this that is a connector. Of course, wow. Where? There. It's tiny bit clipped in there. So this, it's good. You know, it's very sticky because it was glued to the plastic of the box. And this is the fingerprint reader. So I'm kind of thinking we'll just disconnect this one and leave it out. But the keyboard, we need a keyboard, which is this. And the funny connector here. So let's imagine it being like this. So we can see the directionality of the connector here. It's this way. So this is such a tiny thing. There, so it's clicked in there now. And it's on the keyboard this direction. And this bit is attached to the keyboard. So let's actually like just put it like this so it doesn't short circuit anything. So the keyboard thingy. This is kind of cool because I thought about putting it up here, you know. So it would actually reach up here. So let's now imagine that this is like a complete box. And the keyboard is like on top here. I think it would fit. And we have maybe these put somewhere on the side here. So we have actually networking, DVD, audio, odd card readers, fans, video, VGA, USB, what on earth connector, and 1394, and Wi-Fi on off. And then we have USB, fan. Then we have a space in between here where we could put the keyboard bit. And we have nothing on the bottom, of course, or maybe the speakers on the bottom. There's not really a lot of space. It's not much wider than the screen. So let's move this out of the way again, and let's actually fix that last bit we need, which is the thermal. This is always a bit of a scary thing to do. So why is that dirty again? So I'm more worried about these. So we'll have to check them and see if these get hot. When I start it. So I'm not used to having these on so long, so I usually don't. Well, I guess we try this. and hope that it is actually still alive after I don't know how long. Yeah, it looks good. I'm not so careful about how this is, you know. That's too much. Whatever. It was a lot on there before. This one is not really as tight as it's supposed to be, which is a problem. So both of these have too much now, anyway. So this pad is kind of bigger, right? And the other one too. So it doesn't matter if it, like, squishes out a lot. So let's just imagine here that this kind of gets squished out. And it's not supposed to be extremely thick. And it's not supposed to be like I make it now, like air bubble, right? So no holes in there, hopefully. Yeah, this will be so much. Whatever. It's not like we're going to make it work like crazy. We are. We're going to make it. So it will at least be covering all of it. And this one, it needs a push too. We don't have anything to screw this onto yet. So we need to decide, do I have anything this size? So what I'm looking at is that metal that was there already, but it's kind of big, you know? So these 4 screws will keep this one tight, the processor, but we do want the graphic card to survive too. So I'm actually going to open screwdrivers. Let's get one of these. Is this the right size? Yeah, this one's better. So this one at least has screws. This one does not. It's just the... I can at least have this one lifted up there or something. Like the edge of the speaker. That's really high tech using the speakers, you know. So I think it's kind of like pushed down there from its own weight here, and from these screws. There's supposed to be a screw pushing down there, and one here that I broke off.
Grizzleby says, It gives new meaning to the term speaker stand.
Yeah. Right, and actually the camera, it doesn't really fit on camera, right? Let's see if we can move it a tiny bit. Right? What do you think will happen when we start this? So this is a perfectly normal laptop, right? With a perfectly normal monitor. With a perfectly normal everything. Well, a DVD is kinda old-fashioned, right? These will be pushed down by the screen. The hard drive is attached. I will want to check the heat of these. We can move the screen around. It's not a problem. Yeah. So there's only one thing. In my dryer downstairs, we have the keyboard with the on button that's going here. So let's hope it's dry enough. Yeah, so this started the stream as a full keyboard, and we've angle grinded off the edge here. And this goes in here. This is hard to see. Come on. So, before I even started this, I didn't know if the... No. That's not correct. Let's see. Yeah, I think it must go in there. But it's too wide. So let's use the microscope here. So it kind of just fell out, here, and I think this is where it was. It must be. It's not like it has a lot of spots where it could be on this edge. Though this kind of looks too wide for this. So it could never fit. So it must be like, where? On top of there. This is so odd. So, is it actually supposed to be, yeah, this is the place. Is it supposed to be like this? This is so odd, and I can't see anything more. So, at least we can see it's much cleaner. So the only reason we want to connect this, really, is to use the power button. There. Click, let's look at everything again here. So, this was the mouse in the middle of the keyboard here, and it is connected like this to the keyboard. This must be the keyboard connector, it can't be anything else. And I remember it being one of those fold-over things. So let's actually... So Right, we checked the position of these keys when I put them back. This is the start of the stream. But yesterday, let's go to videos. This is so funny. The stream is up here. So this is yesterday when we started pulling it apart. So let's see. When did we disconnect the keyboard? Well, it's not yesterday, it's actually this morning. Oh, that's the monitor. So here are some of those cables. Yeah, so the keyboard is long gone in here, right? So when did I start, really? Yeah, so I was trying to get it into bits and pieces. I might have done that before I started streaming. I thought, well, if I'm still by my desk, why not stream it? Yeah, so I remember it just popping out by itself. So let's see. This is when the screen was still attached. And then we did. I can't reach my keyboard. I'll have to learn a new keyboard yet. So here we have this cable here. I guess I will reach my keys. Yeah, there is this cable, right? There's the other cable. Yeah, so this cable is definitely not the one, because it is another one. Oh, we could have audio. Thinking, I will just put this screen and the. Well, this is not a planned stream, and I totally skipped the start bit. I could turn on my camera and all that. Yeah, this is kind of funny. That's kind of the thing. Yeah, so I think there you can see how the speakers were located. So this is what it looks like when kids have had it for years. So, yeah, so this is kind of fun. Let me open that up. We can just hop between the left here. You can see how the computer is back together as it used to be. That's kind of funny. Oh, wrong one. That's funny. So it is back together. It's less dusty and dirty, and yeah. So since I have access to these cables, I could just try and short different ones out to see how we can start it. I don't want to short anything with this one though. So let's put this one out of the way here. So this one must be able to connect to that one. This could just be a tension here. And these are like keeping track of where this is. Well, I guess we will squash it in here. Let's actually microscope it here. So, let's look here. Let's zoom in a bit. And focus. And I need this up on the screen or I can't see a thing. So I need to preview it. So, of course, there's probably a service manual for this computer out there that we can use. I'll up the light a bit. No, it's at maximum already. So in here, so the mic is in the way. So what's here? Oh, the rain. It's raining so much now. So we kind of have a zoom here now. But it's, let's see. Yeah, we're going in the right direction.
D-Dub says,
Hey, Fix It 42 love.
Hi! Hi, Digital! Welcome in. So, I'm playing with this old computer. Going to build something of it, but where on earth did the keyboard cable be before it like fell out by itself here? So it's supposed to be connected like this, but I don't know if you can see that this one, the hole that looks like it's supposed to be something there, it's wider. So I'm thinking the only possible way really is that this is just a like tension for this, and that this just goes in here like this, because it just fell out. So it must be this kind of easy tension. So I could just try and put it in the middle, I guess, and see if it works. It looks like everything else here, you know, is very nicely tightened and fixed. This is like I can move it, you know. Well. So this is the controls for this very beautiful laptop. So let's assume, well, it's fell out again. It's fallen out, which it did when I like disassembled it. So that doesn't mean it's not correct. So let's kind of quickly check this out before I try starting it like this. So it fell out again. Let's check the screen. This is a Lenovo T520. So let's Google. This was what it looked like once upon a time yesterday. Well, 20 hours ago. So
What do you plan on doing with the laptop?
I plan on like putting it like this, with the screen on top. And you have all the connectors on the sides, you know, so it could be like a tiny box that's just the screen. So for example, I could like watch video on this. It's bigger than my phone that I usually look at videos like in bed or something, or when making food. So this one just disconnected once more. So this is just a part of the keyboard. So I also have just cut it. So there might also be like shortcut circuits here. Oh, this is so annoying. So let's. So 520, right? So there is resistance when I put it in, which is a positive thing, right? But it kind of like has a hard time staying there. So now, what is it that bends it out? Is it this thing? So we'll have to move it a bit, and I can just put something holding there. So I'm stealing one of the things holding my there. So now it is stuck. The Wi-Fi boards are still held down a bit by the screen. We can see the LEDs up here. The fan should be able to rotate. So we have power here. Before we start it, let's do the quick Google. So Lenovo T520. There's no other text, so I'm kind of thinking service manual, right? So we could just search for that at once. Okay, what's this? Hardware maintenance manual. Yeah. Now this is nice. Because we have this battery connector too. Yeah, we know all these parts. So I did remove the CMOS battery, of course, because we put all the parts. Just pull them apart. Let's the page down on this thing. I'm mostly interested in images. So, status indicators. Yeah, so here we can see the thing. This thing here. We have 3 LEDs. Those are the LEDs by the screen. And then we have the power buttons there too. So, this is what it looked like. Yeah, and I noticed there were also indicators on the other side of the board. So it's on both sides. And this one had a broken keyboard. Too many kids pouring stuff in there. So what was this? So I could just look for replacement of the keyboard. Yeah, I was thinking, is that a SIM slot? It looked like a SIM slot. Yeah, and I'm thinking too, why does it have two Wi-Fi's cards? That's very odd.
Are there claps on the connector, or how is it supposed to stay in there?
I think it stayed in from the placement of the keyboard, you know, from where it was. So possibly it was so tight, it's folded and down. So I think it was just the position of it. So this is, I could have looked before, you know, I disassembled
If it's an old
it.
enough laptop, one might be Wi-Fi, the other may be BT or
Yeah,
cellular
so it
card?
has a third with Bluetooth. It's a tiny one. It's this tiny. It's just underneath there now, so I can show you later. So here we have the keyboard. So yeah, but this is not this part we're interested in. So they're just replacing the whole cable, of course, because it's like connected. So they wouldn't care about how the connector is placed. And also this the tiny loose bit here, it was like welded onto the back of the metal of the keyboard. So it was kind of tight in there. It's the tiny mouse stuff thingy in the middle of the keyboard there. Yeah, so this doesn't help us. Oops, it's not supposed to. But it's still kind of fun to see this. Now, this is what I've been thinking. What on earth is this, right? No? It's not that part.
You think for RF shielding?
That was not the part I meant. For RF shielding what? The metal. It's just a tiny card in there for the mouse stick thingy. So the one that I'm interested in. Yeah, so here, what did they call this
For the metal
one?
part that was soldered on there.
So let's switch to the microscope again here, and I'll zoom out. We'll see. That was probably zooming in. Come on, show me an image. Here, so this part here, you can see how it is. Like this. So this was to keep it tight to the keyboard so you could use this as a mouse. So I don't think there's any real shielding purpose. It's more like we need this to stay where it's, even if people push on it when they're using the computer, it's supposed to stay where it is.
I see.
So let's use page down again here. So yeah, wireless LAN. This is a tiny one. There's another one. So here you can see there's another one. Mini card for wireless LAN. So there are two. It's this one. Wireless LAN. So it has two. It's just odd. So I was like, why do we have two? Yeah, and this is the thing I don't know what it is. Keyboard bezel assembly express card blank or express card. Yeah, well, express card doesn't tell me anything. I don't remember something called express card. But this is the plastic bit that's in the slot. So yeah. So there was the Bluetooth, by the way. Here, the tiny thing here is the Bluetooth. There it is, right? A bigger image. Tiny thing. And this battery is back in there too. And the speakers. So those cables were so gooey. So gooey. Yeah, and this is what we just put back with some thermal paste there. I put too much.
Have you checked iFixit for any tear down guides?
I don't know what that is, but I didn't look at this even, so it's already finished. So we were just looking at the. I'll just test it, Let's just test it. I just thought that if there happened to be anything, but now it was kind of fun to look at this. It had fallen to the floor too, so it was kind of broken. So I don't know for certain that it will start, even if everything is correctly.
Oh, iFixit is great for repairs.
Okay.
Web link.
So yeah, so the keyboard is just one module. They don't put it apart, which I can understand since the parts are like kinda. I don't think a lot of people would repair it. Yeah, so here you can see how all the antennas were placed. So it's raining so much. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's raining like crazy, and it's black outside too now. So anyway, we have the manual now. It's kind of nice to have this. So this link. So if I click here first, will it open there then? Yes. So okay. But I don't think they will pull apart the keyboard either. And I actually, sawed through the keyboard. I'm a bit crazy, So we just sawed through the keyboard before. So let's look at the.
I miss the rain, it's too hot here. About 27°C here and only getting hotter. Hot face.
So 27, that's not so much. So it's 26 in here. It was warmer before. That's not so much. Yeah. Oh, that was odd audio. Let's just mute this tab. So I was just going for the video of. So I had the assembly shop just a bit ago. How it looked when we started today. So this is what the keyboard used to look like. So I had this up to see where the buttons were going when I put them back. So I've sawed through here of this. So we have this tiny bit of it.
27°C is too hot for my Irish heritage, lol.
Okay. Yeah, so I usually have 30 in here, so it's just thanks to the rain that it's. Or 31. Not by my choice then. So let's connect power to it, and this I'll actually disconnect the cord. So when I put this in now, nothing will be powered. So since it's all in a pile, and it's not very nicely put together here. Let's just quickly see. I think I messed it up a bit there. So I'm just hoping that I don't short circuit something. Here you can see the Bluetooth. And there are the two Wi-Fi. We could do this. So these two Wi-Fis, they kind of pop up. That's why I'm putting the monitor on here, right? But this is what I'm planning to have it like this. But I'm putting it a bit down. It should have forgotten all about stuff. We'll just put a tape on there. And then this thing. And we'll just hope for no short circuit. That's it. Right? And this is a lot of power in here. No, we have the AC adapter. So I'm going to power it up and we'll see what happens. So I can see a LED going on there. It's starting. Let's see if it starts. I hear the hard drive.
What's the make/model of the laptop?
You know now. So, we have of course an error. And we need to connect keyboard because I kind of sawed it all off. But the power button worked. That was the main test here. Keyboard. We need a keyboard here. So we need a mouse and keyboard now because I've disconnected them. So, where are the USBs? That's the Wi-Fi. Here's the USB. Let's not touch it. There. So now I can press F1. Come on. Okay, so we might have a problem if it doesn't go by USB keyboards. So I think this keyboard works. F1, escape. Let's restart it. There it is. It's supposed to turn off when I hold this in. Come on. Well, we do have F1 there. Okay, I'll pull the power out. So, disconnected. So, it's off.
I wonder how you clear CMOS on a
power
laptop?
button.
Usually Mobos have a header reset, but not sure about a laptop.
Usually you can just remove the CMOS battery, which is what I did when I disassembled it. So it is underneath here somewhere. Yeah, so let's see if... Did I manage to disconnect something? The funny thing is that this cable, you know, was kind of off. So is this not connected? So, power, connected again. Oh, so the only change I made that I know of, that I'm aware of, except for just generally messing around with it and touching stuff. So we could always have shorts everywhere, parts just being like this. But I don't want to spend more time on it if it doesn't really start, you know? If it's almost starting. So this one is kind of short cable. And this feels like it's still connected. This, I wasn't sure that it was dry enough even. Wow. Well, it started once. So we could just remove the Wi-Fi cards. So this has power now, you know. So it feels like I still have these on because I have them on so long now. So yeah, so that's the cable. There. I started it by rubbing this with a screwdriver. So it's starting again. Real-time clock. Check time and date settings. Escape to continue. So if we just ignore that keyboard and plug this one back in, and now the keyboard worked, right? So there might have been some kind of short in that keyboard within the BIOS now. So let me move this screen. Okay. So I did something there when I moved the screen. Come on, stand still. Okay, did it disconnect shortly there? No, it rotated. It might have died from power. The phone. Okay. That's annoying. So anyway, the computer is... It started again, but when I move the screen, the image disappeared. Which is kind of a sign that... Power out, power in. So something I did shorted something or moved something that's supposed to be connected. So too many things on loose here. So well, let's first solve the you can't see a thing problem, right? So I think you should get an image. There. So we have the screen, we have this. Let's go for turning it on again. I need both hands. The keyboard in my lap too. So I'll just get a... Come on, phone. God, this is so tough. Oh, it's upside down. That explains everything. So now I should be able to fasten this here. Yeah, this one. That. And we should get some power. I'll just get a charge. So, yeah. Micro USB to, can you hear me? Yeah. So, micro USB to USB-C converter. I think it is okay. There, 99% charging. So, let's see, should we move this a tiny bit maybe? So,
I have to step away for a few minutes. Be back shortly.
yeah. So, there. So, a messy desk that you can see more of now, but Let's hope it's okay. Ah! Oh, sorry. So this is annoying. How could I possibly put this more out of the way and in the same time so that you can see something? I could just remove whatever is on the ground there, but this is good enough. So, it has power. Let's remove power. So I'm going to put them on the other side of the phone here. So power off and power on. And I will see if I can. If I knew which ones it was, it just would be quicker. Come on. I would like to have these pressed. So it has power now, so I want to be a bit careful. Well, it's not like it's a lot of power. So these have a bit of weight on them, and this one is not connected. Yeah, and the power connector is there. Yeah, I wanted to check the heat of these other components too. So nothing is really warm yet. What else do we have? This is the camera over here. This one is not connected currently. Let's make a new try though. Let's put this down here. So here. So the fan spun for 2 seconds and it stopped again. I'm going to press this one, F1. No, but my F1 on the keyboard worked now. So we're in the setup of the computer. This is a funny computer, right? So we just need to really save the settings. All the hardware should be there. We can set the date. What date is it? It's like yeah, I was right. The 6th. So how do I really change this? So if we go to date time, so tab to select field, and enter to select field. But I want to change the date and the number in the field. I can tab through them, but that doesn't help. Should I just enter numbers, maybe? 6. Okay, that works. 6, 7, 20, 24. Tab, and then we go down, then we do, well, I guess 22, 36, and let's like enter whatever. So it seems to have a time now, right? So let's see. The fingerprint thing is not connected currently. Yeah, so we want it to start on its hard drive, which is probably the default. yeah, so here we can see PCI run. It's interesting. So boot. It has all its components, at least with the tape being a weight on there. So, yeah, so exit saves, save changes. Yes. What do you think of my new laptop? So it's starting Windows. Labban, ska du sova snart? Du får säga till om du vill hjälpa mig. Make it like. So, I don't know, do I dare to go closer here now because I don't want to move the camera. Right, so let's put up a preview so that I can see. So the computer survived the drop to the floor, even though its box didn't. So we currently have Windows on this one, and I have a keyboard connected, and it worked, and we could get into the BIOS with this keyboard, which is nice. So the real next test would be to see if these buttons work, any of them. Like so, I don't have a mouse. I want to connect the mouse to. Let's get a mouse without moving the camera. This is fun. So I think it has 8 gigs of RAM and come on. So we have a mouse too. Let's move this thing out of the way. Screwdrivers. So there. So this is the computer I have logged into. Apparently, a massive desktop. So it's synced. It's synced. Let's see if we have Wi-Fi. We don't have any antennas connected to the Wi-Fi cards. Because the antennas are here. There are the Wi-Fi antennas. So you can see the network. I do have a wired. We can test the wired network too. Let's see, is it still where it's supposed to be? Or did it fall down again? Maybe it fell down. Oh my god, that's so odd. So this is tied together with a cable tie, which is kind of short. So I'm just unrolling the cable. So we have to try the different components and see if they work. So let's first try the Wi-Fi there. And it sees it. It has a low, bad connection, which is not very odd, right? I'm thinking if I'm making this into a box, where would I put the antenna? And how? Or would it help just connecting it probably? So which of the Wi-Fi cards is this? Really? Just empty my recycle bin. So, checking the heat of components. The fan is on now. The computer fan. This is not warm at all. So it's deleting things that had in the recycle bin. So this is not a computer that I have used really. You can see that on what's here. It's just synced. So let's look at the C drive.
Fixerbot says.
New follower Crazy Patata. Less than 3.
This is a bit crazy, right? Have you ever run a laptop disassembled on your desk? So my toes got stuck in the keyboard. So I have the keyboard here in my lap, and I have the mouse over here connected. And here is one of the speakers. So should we run a DVD? Yeah, so I was kind of thinking, let's run some video, something that's a bit challenging for it, right? I don't think there's much on this hard drive. It's kind of looks empty. Just as Windows. Let's open Firefox. So this one probably has like my stream up or something, because I was using this one to connect and test stuff. She's actually starting Trash Puppies. I probably raided her that day when I tested. Looks like you haven't started Firefox for a while. Okay. So we're going to test the network connectivity, right? So let's start with let's check what it says about the connectivity here. So we have a tiny line there. So the Wi-Fi cards are under the tape because they fyung up if you don't have anything pressing down on them. So I'm going to, I don't know if I will have a wood board to put it on. Maybe have like a plain wood or something. Thin stuff. A computer in a wooden box. Nah, I don't think so. Maybe? Well, I don't know. What do you think? It used to live in a plastic box though, with some kind of metal in the middle. Though it doesn't really feel like metal, it feels like plastic. But it didn't go. You can bend it at all. Success for something. So here we have like hacking stuff. So let's go to YouTube. Right? So I want to see what this can do. And if stuff will get warm. Oh, this one is a bit warm. That's not good. That's not warm. Yeah, so this ship will need some cooling. Let's do something temporary to make it cooler. So this is a fun crazy stream, right? So let's take a tiny cooling thing here, and let's just make sure it's not with a lot of stuff here. I don't know what shape it is, but it's definitely a bit too warm. There, and we have all of this is just falling off. We'll just cut away the other stuff too. So this is annoying. I was hoping to be a bit quicker than this. Whatever. I don't want to make this gooey, so I think this will at least cool it off a bit there. So we don't want to short circuit. Let's use a few post-its here to keep it not falling over there. So this should make it not be too warm. So do we have anything else? There's something down here too. Oh, this is not too warm. One of them is starting to get a bit warm though. Yeah. So yeah. So this box that it was in before, let's actually put it here. So this is the lid of the computer. Then we have like, this is a scrap pile. The sides. Then let's see, a very dirty so this is what it feels like. It could be like some kind of odd aluminium. So I'm thinking this was like cooling itself with this. So I might actually, I don't know if you can see how gooey it is. It's extremely disgusting. So it was a lot of goo in here. So we could put this back, you know, we could use this and just put something else around it. If we want a wood cover, whatever we want, you know. So we could put it back in here again and use this for cooling. So it's a bit sad though, because it would have been easier to, well, we need to clean it anyway, so. And all the plastic. It's from 2011, this machine. At least the processor says so. So this is cooling, definitely. And it's not very big, you know. Here's where the battery slot is. And it doesn't have a battery anymore, even. Yeah, so you could just throw out the bottom and the top. So dirty. And keep the middle for cooling. Oh, sorry, that's just me clicking stuff by mistake. So let's plug in the network now. think it might be connected. So we have a light there. You can see it. We're setting up HP basic USB keyboard. Okay, do that. Let's see. There's a security risk to go to YouTube. YouTube is a horrible site. What? This is interesting, right? Let's view the certificate here. Google. Have you ever seen this? So, do you want to sign into OneDrive? YouTube is such a security risk. Let's reject all the cookies. Your YouTube history is up. Okay, I don't care. Well, this looks a bit funny. So, let's see. Well, the fan is on kind of low speed. Hard drive. This one doesn't have any. Oh. Well, that's why I wanted the paper here. So, I think it's time to make a box for this. So, it's also dirty, this thing. Yeah, so it cooled down. It's cooler now. But it's not very safe to run a computer like this. For the computer. No problem for me. Let's see what happens if we click the start button again. Let's do power off, power on, and let's try the button. Is it disconnected? No, it's actually connected still. Oh, the wind through the window. It's nice. It's cooling down. Oh, there. So, I think I shorted something. And that's never a smart thing to do, you know. And also this is kind of making it not as good. So, but the processor is cold. Second try. So it doesn't have any. So what did I do last time to start it? Because I think I just used the key, did I? So, since this is just recently sawed in two and was wet, I didn't really trust it. And we can move this one side to side here. We don't know really where we want it to start. There. Well, I managed to click it. So this location of this is probably okay. So I will put this back. A flat cable with a hole that is like this much wider than it. That's not a nice design. Well, it's supposed to be kind of locked in there, I guess. So So I'm kind of thinking that I need that metal for cooling, because otherwise we'll have to put something like this there for cooling some of the ships. Anyway, we'll have to design some nice spots for it. And I told my kid that he should tell me if he wants help going to bed or something. So I might just run. We'll see. So, the next test is to try just to give it a bit more challenge. Like playing a video or something. And then I think it's safest to play something that's not copyrighted, right? Yeah, and we want to test the speakers. Come on, computer. It's a bit slow, right? We didn't look at the specs. It looks like it's moving all the time on the camera. It's very odd.
D-Dub says,
Hey, I'm back. Hey guys.
So why is this all black? Come on, we have an image, it's just a mouse pointer. Okay. It's just slow bunny things. But why would this pop up now?
Have you heard from Security Live lately?
I talked a tiny bit with him. So, so we'll see. I'll hope a streamer or something. So how are you? So why does the image move? Isn't it moving, right? It's like it's... Hello phone, wakey wakey. So, yeah, I guess this was normal. Because this computer has not been started for months, you know? Half a year, probably. And that Windows just... The odd thing was that it was so black at the start, you know? So for so long. So I tried to click the button, and I don't think it's aligned with the script there. Because I should have turned it off by me holding it for 10 seconds. And it didn't. So I put a bit of a cooler here because this ship is getting warm. And that makes me think I might have to use this odd plastic feeling, but I'm thinking it's kind of more like aluminum. That you can see how dirty and gooey it is. So I will probably like put this in the... remove all the plastic and stuff and put it in the dishwasher. And we might just use this as a cooler in there. Together with a fan. So The processor is not warm at all. So we have my background back. Come on, computer. You're not this slow. Should we spit Linux on this one? Well, let's look at this thing. We can see a few of the specs if you want. And should probably like stretch the mic out closer to me, right? But it still keeps moving. This is an odd thing. Why? Is it me moving the desk? No, that's something else. Like, what is that? So, here we have the processor. We have 8 gig memory, right? So the hard drive is working 100%. We can put an SSD in this instead. I have ones that I can just put in there. We can put 2 hard drives. We can put an SSD and a hard drive. Well, by the way, I think it had. I think this connector here over here is SATA, so I could put another external drive there too if I wanted. And this is just 100 gigs. This. Yeah, it's a SATA drive anyway. I pushed this over so the computer just turned off. Like, oops. Yeah, let's short stuff a bit on the motherboard. That's a good thing to do. So the hard drive is 100% still. And it's definitely not because of memory. So I'm thinking it's like installing Windows updates and stuff in the background. Yeah. The sound is coming from the speaker. So I'm using the other speaker. Yeah, it's also, I just felt it, that it's also moving. Oh, that's so. So why? This is Microsoft's doing, is it? What is the poor hard drive up to? Yeah, OneDrive is not signed in. We don't want it to do a sync, do we? So we can see the pollen prognosis for tomorrow here apparently. So let's test what kind of error this is. So it is something from Windows, this song. That works well with this. It's not like an electronic short, it's from Windows. So I'm just looking at my desktop if I have any videos. Let's try internet again. By the way, I should have looked there at the task manager. What on earth is running really? So what steals all this hard drive? You know, disk. The disk says 100%. This is very odd. We could like put something under the hard drive. See if it has a bad connection. So Firefox is heaviest on service host Windows Update. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. So Windows Update is doing things. I kind of assume, but I don't think it should be 100%. What in Firefox is doing this? Firefox Software Updater. That sounds very odd for it to be using this much hard drive capacity. No tabs. So what do I have? I'm thinking how old this is really. It's feeling very slow. So let's mute the speakers. My what? I always remove all kind of stuff. Why did this open up? What is it even? Microsoft is messing with the computer. So, and this thing, I always have this off too. Search. There.
Looks like there's some files you'll want to back up.
No files to back up on this one. It's just synced. So what do you think? What should we do with this one? Should we just install a fresh Windows? Should we... But if we're going to switch the hard drive out to something else, we can anyway just... We could just install Kali on this one. We could do anything we want, you know. But I would like to have tested the video. Do I have anything? Right, we could put a DVD in there. Do we have any DVDs? When did I last use a DVD? I might have something over with the TV here. So let's see what this. So I would like to do something else with the sound here. There's a button here. So heroes. Well, I guess we shouldn't have the audio on for too long, or the video. I was going for YouTube video test. Well, this is more to see if the computer has any like big problems, more. I turned off the audio because of this beeping sound. You hear this? But I can adjust it with the volume, so it seems like a software thing. Why would it be like this? It's just this window seems odd. Like, right? So, let's see what it does here now. So we have still a connecting. So this is more a test to see that the processor doesn't have anything to do really. It's cool. The fan is on a tiny bit. This works. But we have this audio beep. Will it be able to play actual audio? Let's just test this. So it actually opened something. I didn't put twice, did I? So I'm like, we only have the seed right there. Yeah, there's the DVD. Yeah, there is a DVD in there. Beep, 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 beep. Well, a Windows computer not being able to read a DVD is not like it's, oh, the first time that ever happened. Hi, Ben. Oh, just hearing the kid. So, what are you doing? Yes? Okay. I'll be right back. So let's assume that this, I mean, I don't even know if this worked. I haven't used the DVD in ages. This was the only thing I could find. Så my kid again. Jag kommer bara. Very sorry. I'm sure this phone is going warm now too. Yeah, so I was thinking, yeah, we do still have the sound. Anyway, we confirmed that the Wi-Fi seemed to be working without the antennas. I don't think I have anything here really that could be tested with. Videos. Just empty here. 70 use this computer. It's like empty. Nothing in those. That's like I have never used this computer. So it stopped beeping? Oh, we have Windows audio too. So this is real. We have an audio test. So I always turn these off, you know, so I didn't even think of testing it. Yeah. So the beeping stopped. And we have a tiny bit of let's look again at the tasks. So it still says 100% on the hard drive. This is just too odd. I mean, this is very odd. Yeah. I've never seen it ever.
Maybe check Device Manager to make sure there's no errors?
Yeah, we could do that. So, there should really be errors. Because I have disconnected the mouse pad and the fingerprint reader. They're here. So it's odd, you know. It's the slow base system device. Yeah, so these are probably what's not connected. So maybe I should actually have those connected, even though they're not like necessary for anything, just to keep it happy. Or we will just reinstall it and it will probably not like pop up. Let's delete them. Let's. So it detects these though. See if it defines anything. So base system device. Yeah, so yeah, it could be something Lenovo too, of course. It's not like I don't know what F5521. Well, let's search in the computer. So this is my keyboard. I don't think I will search here. So yeah, so I click the touch keyboard button, so I can actually type stuff. So let's see, F 5521. Okay, so this is one of the Wi-Fi's. It's a big one, that one. So why wouldn't it have a driver? I don't know if our internet was really working here. So now I unplugged the wired one. But this is one of the Wi-Fi card anyway, so it doesn't have any antennas connected, but I can see I could just download drivers for it. Let's try and see if we can reach Google. I can plug the network cable in again. I was just thinking that, yeah, you know. It's slow enough. It's behaving a bit oddly. Yeah, so I think that this is a test that it's in the state it is right now. It's acting better than we could have wished for, right? So let's see if we do a restart of it. That's like the last test, and see if it restarts nicely. And we can also see, I don't know if you can see the three lights there. Yeah, I think you can if I just pull it a bit to the side. So the lights that used to be under the screen is also okay. And it also has lights on the back end because it was on the back of the lid. So we could use those somewhere. And in my tiny box of all the screws here, I also have a tiny plastic piece here that was on top of these here. So yes, it's dinner time for me. I should eat something. So we'll see what the next crazy stream will be. I will have more normal streams too, but I usually don't stream in the weekend. But it's a bit special now when I'm just alone with my 16-year-old at home. So we're planning to go to the camp house too. So, you know, the screen is totally fine. That's what I was worried most about, you know, that it would be internally broken and it fell like 2 meters, I think, or something. And the plastic of the computer was a bit bent. And it was actually, before I started using it here, it was standing by the door about to go to the recycling station. So, but 8 gigabytes. The processor not warm from this. This one cools this nicely. It's tiny bit warmer than the processor, so it needs this fan or this cooling it has. None of the other ships that have these pads on them, they're not warm. That's the only one that I even feel a change of difference of temperature. This is a tiny bit warm. And here we have the tiny Bluetooth. Yeah, so the screen looks really good. I'm just thinking how to make something of this. It's a tiny computer with a built-in screen. And depending on the material, you could like just put it somewhere. Or I could disconnect the screen and use this as our TV PC. But I think it's a bit too low power for that. Right, let's test the Wi-Fi button. I believe that this button here in the corner, so here there's a button you can drag back and forth, and I believe that this is the Wi-Fi on off, or like Bluetooth and all the wireless stuff. And we need to test if that is another USB over there. Let's test it at once. The easiest test is the mouse. Though I need to hold this connector to do this. Maybe I need to move the whole thing. This is a USB. This is a USB. Come on. He wants to know, will this fit in there? It is a USB, as I thought. The thing is that it's kind of odd that it's placed on the back, and it's on the same card as the network, the RG45. So it's just this tiny loose board connected by just pulling in one board into a connector on the main board. And it only has a USB and a RG45. Well, I guess it's to accommodate space for all the parts, like the DVD. I guess the manufacturers of laptops are kind of happy that we don't use those anymore, right? So the screen is great, it's beautiful. So, if this can run video. So, what did I say I was going to test more? Just thinking, is there any videos here? Images. Yeah. So, let's just check the resolution. I'm kind of assuming it's 1080. So, Windows or not Windows? That is the question here. So it actually says 1600, 900. So it's not 1080, it's 600, 900. So, but it's still okay display and everything. It's a bit old computer. 2011. Is there anything installed on this one? Oh, it's in Swedish? Cool, I didn't install this one. I never installed Swedish. Ever. So, the media player. Mediaspelare. Come on, will it look like this forever? I was thinking if it had like a demo video or anything. Node red backup. DSO 138. What could we have here? No videos. Let's just see what's the hard drive status is now. So this looks still very odd. It still says the hard drive is 100%. This is so very wrong, right? So what would it even be doing? So I don't think it was 100% before I clicked there. Sysmain. This is so very odd. So, last test, can it shut down? So next time I start this one, it will have another hard drive, so... So the plans for this one, so we've confirmed we can start it, without having the keyboard, tiny bit attached even. I just pulled with a screwdriver along the connector, so I could find out which actually starts it. But it's kind of nice if these were to work. So this one might not, it might have isopropanol in there still. I shouldn't have started it today at all, but I wanted to, so I did it. And it seems to work. The odd audio we had stopped. It was just going in Windows, controllable with the volume, going like beep beep beep. That's kind of funny. So I think I will actually get something to put this on, like a tray, so that it can be like, because I want to use my computer. Can't even access my keyboard is behind the screen here. Yeah. So there will be like a maybe put it in the kitchen and watch videos, maybe do something else with it, maybe put it by the bed and watch videos. Mostly fun to build, maybe. But it's looking like I will put this in the dishwasher. Because it definitely needs a lot of cleaning. So there's even a hair here now that's attached to something. And there's lots of food goo here. So let's remove the rest of the tape, and then I'm thinking I'm done for today. So this will be good cooling for it, and we will be able to screw stuff back again, but not all of it, because some went just through to the plastic that we won't use. So this padded bit here, what is this for really? Well, maybe I'll just wash it with this on. It seems to be kind of firmly attached there. Yeah, so what do you think? If I had the batteries though, we could have attached it. But I don't have a battery. No, it's time to get some food and sleep. And by the way, here's. All right, I remembered I was supposed to test the Wi-Fi on now. So let's actually look with a microscope on this thing here. There. I'm like, what direction am I supposed to turn this in? Yeah, so go for my hand. If this is focused, it should kind of be. Oh, this is so odd when it's rotated. I don't know what direction to go in. So if I go like this instead. Here. Yeah, we confirmed it's SATA there. And this one is 1394, and this one is... Well, that didn't help, did it? Green or black? So what does it say about this connector? That's what it says about the VGA. Okay. So let's go into the track.